What's up, fam? Hey, so I wanted to just talk briefly about a very important subject that I feel like is the crux of a lot, and that's cultural Marxism. It's communism, basically, but it's a particular method of communism. And, you hear about Marxism, sure. Maybe some of y'all haven't heard so much about cultural Marxism, but within that cultural Marxism, what's called a color revolution. I, and many of us, believe, based on the evidence and the research that we've done and our observation, that a color revolution is what's taking place. An attempted color revolution is what's happening in this country. So I would respect more if somebody says, yeah, I'm down for the Marxist agenda, or I'm down for the color revolution because this shit in America needs to end. I'd be more respectful of that than if you don't even acknowledge or try to understand what cultural Marxism is. So if you understand that, I feel like you'll understand a whole lot more about where people like me on the so-called right, and some of y'all that are like, how can y'all stand for this? How can y'all be okay with what's going on? When you understand cultural Marxism, then you understand more of where we're coming from. You still might disagree, but at least you have a base of understanding that you might not have right now. Okay? I've said it before and I've said it again. Millions and millions of immigrants being allowed into this country was not for the compassion of those people. It was to bring about the chaos that we see right now. And I guarantee you, there are sleeper cells being activated within all those immigrants that came over. They've got known terrorists and gangbangers and people that's been involved in cartels and done super heinous stuff were allowed into this country. And now we're seeing more and more of the organization that's going on within it. Antifa is linked with drug cartels. Okay? The same people that are funding Antifa are funding the drug cartels. If that doesn't wake you up, then again, I don't know what will. So y'all get mad at Trump and everything because he's taking a hard line against some stuff. But if you understand that the very soul of this country is at stake, then you'll understand more. And hey, listen, I understand the heart of the average socialist, the average communist, who wants to bring about a better society, who wants poor people to be taken care of, who wants the rich to stop raping us. I am for every bit of that, and we can have that conversation. But what y'all don't know is you're being used by the Marxists. You're being used by the communists. And I was almost in the Communist Party 30-something years ago. They approached me because of my activism. There's been numerous black people in the black community and in the civil rights community that's talked about in the past how they were brought in to the Communist Party, and for a long time they believed that the Communist Party was down with their cause, and then they woke up to the fact that no, the Communist Party was using their cause to bring about what they wanted to bring about. And I guarantee you, Satanism, pedophilia, all of this stuff is involved in the mindset of those people. I'm not saying there ain't pedophilia, that it doesn't exist with people on the right. Of course. Don't get it twisted. But what they are trying to bring into this country, you do not want. I guarantee you. It's got a sugar-coated rap thing about equality and diversity and everything like that, but it's a trap. And so I know which side I'm on, and that's That's the fifth generation warfare that I'm talking about. That's the spiritual warfare that I'm talking about. This new Christianity, this new thing, it's old Christianity, but what's coming about now is different than that George Bush, Dick Cheney Christianity. The one that would go raging wars all across and be down with this war, military industrial complex and the poisoning of our people through the pharmaceutical stuff. Every bit of that is being gone after by Trump and his administration. And it ain't always pretty. I don't always agree with it. But again, if the battle is against cultural Marxism, and it's not going to win, but it's about to get uglier, folks. Stay strong and stay awake. Not woke, but awake. Peace.